Good morning everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity. Yes, I've been sleeping and I feel so much better. I most certainly do. And once again, thank you all for your well wishes. I truly am feeling much better, which is a good thing because I start the next phase of my journey on July the 11th, which is the beginning of some treatment for my leukemia. Who knows what's going to happen with that? But anyway, I'm here for now, so let us continue. I have a haul. Yes, I do. And I'm just opening the package because the first two are embossing folders. And I don't use them often enough, but I do love embossing folders. And these are 3-dimensional. And I don't even know if I got that the right way around. I probably haven't. Yeah. So it's wildflowers and it's a grid. And I did ask my hubby to run these through the machine because it was a bit much on my arms. So this is my hubby's embossing. I think he did a really good job. And I did sit down and try to colour my embossing folder, which may or may not have been very successful, but there you go. So that is my first part of my haul. And then my second one, getting it out of its package again. I have to move these bags across the table. And it's this floral one with a little frame space on the inside there. And once again, I don't know whether I'm doing it justice. But if I open it out, you can see the detail in there. So it's flowers, leaves and berries. And I use my chalks to colour it in because I'm always telling you, if you've got chalks, it's the easiest way, the fastest way, and it's really gentle on your hands and on your arms. So I just, I don't know if that's all blurred. So I just use chalks to colour in, and I used a little bit of white gel pen, and I kind of wanted a washed out vintagey look. So I do like those colours. So that is my second embossing folder. I'll move those into the centre and then I can pile everything on top. And then next up I went into, I think he's called Janqui. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that name right, but he's a journaling store. And I thought I'd treat myself to a lot of windows. So these are mostly hollowed out. That one isn't, that's solid, but that's going to be great for a Thanksgiving card. And I'm just about to open these for the first time and share them with you. So they come on acetate, and I think what may have happened there is I've got an extra one. Might have got an extra one of those, or maybe you can just layer it up on something, I don't know. But anyway, you get different varieties of windows, and there are a few doors there. That's a nice little sort of, what would you call that, rustic farmhousey. But things like this can be used for Halloween, and you can have your little vampires and your little pumpkins and stuff. And they're such a great size that they will fit on a matchbox as well. So if you're cutting, I don't know what you call, the outer casing of a matchbox, and you use your cutting knife to cut an aperture, and you sit one of these on top, you can make a little 3D scene inside of a matchbox. And of course for Christmas as well, you can make little snowy windows. And it's pretty cool that they come already attached to acetate, because if you wanted to, you can just cut them out and keep the acetate there as your window. So that's one of the things that I've got. And that is the package for those, so I want to keep those together. And then I got myself some number labels and some typewriter keys, because I always think they're useful for all kinds of things, whether it's like little vintage style advent boxes or... So here are the number labels. I just really like those, and you can punch the holes out. And if I've got my poke tool here, let's do number 19, because as I say, it is a sticker. And if I get that bit out, there, so you can thread your twine and whatnot through there, but I don't want to lose the stickiness on it. I don't know if there's a number 31. I'm always looking for a 31, but we've got a 1 and we've got a 4, so you can certainly do Valentine's Day. I can't see a number 3, but stuff like this, you know, is good for all your vintage projects and for your Halloweenies. So I've got those, and then with that comes the typewriter keys, which are absolutely fabulous, and you get the numbers on there as well. So got some of the packaging there. You can use these packaging bits and cut a tag out if you want to, so that you're not wasting it. And then I got myself a stamp set. I really like this stamp set for its spludges and splashes, but I was sitting here thinking as I was unpackaging it, have I already bought this one? I wasn't sure, but anyway, if I've got it again, it's okay because I like it. So plenty of ink splashing going on. You get, I don't know if that says anything if I get in really close. I don't know what language that is. You have to be careful sometimes with stamps because you can't quite be sure what they might say. But I think if you're using bits and bobs and little elements, then it's fine. And of course I love the labels, and you can just fussy cut those out. So I've got that stamp set, and I've got my ruler here somewhere. Just move that and I'll let you know. The size of the script for that one is 3 3/4, and then if I go the widest bit, which is there, I'm going to say 2 7/8, and then I think this is probably the longest label. I'll do the length of that one. That is 2 3/8, and this chunky label is 2 1/8. So just a really nice little set. And then I got myself some border edges and some alphabet, so you can cut out all kinds of stuff there. And the length of this is 5.5 inches, and the height of the alphabet, I think that's a Q, I'm not sure, is 1 1/8 of an inch. So I got myself those, and then I got into stickers and rub-ons, and I saw these rub-ons, and I know you can get really colourful ones, but I saw these and I thought these would look awesome just on top of splashes of watercolour, and I just thought they were so pretty. So you've got your bees, you've got your flowers, you've got a butterfly, and I think there's 2 sheets in here. I haven't even opened it yet, so I'm just going to get stuck in, see what's in here. Yes, there is. There's 2 sheets. Because rub-ons are really good. They're so nice and easy to use. I do like the postcard one. So those are really pretty. And like I said, you know, just rubbed off onto splashdown watercolour for a tag or something like that. Just really cute. So I got myself some rub-ons, and I will try my best to link everything below. I do know that some of these I got in a sale. There are quite a few stores on AliExpress who do a special, and if you like first one there, sometimes you get them for $1 an item and stuff like that. But I thought these were really cute. So we've got little polar bear stickers. I thought they would be great for Christmas for putting onto tiny little stamps. And if I put my finger in there, you can see just how tiny they are. We can pop those little hats onto those, and they've just got great expressions. And I think I paid $1 for these. And then I've got these really pretty, ooh, let's get a clear image. There we go. Let's go in close. There. So you can see they've got a clear background, but these are slightly raised, just very, very gently puffy. So I got myself little pressed flowers because I thought they'd be nice on a pocket in the garden journal. And then because, as you know, that's my dog barking to come in. I love gardening. I had to get these. Just little icons to put at the ends of notes. And these are slightly raised as well. They're almost like crystal. If I turn them into the light, you can see that. But just really sweet. And I'll put my finger in there again. I have got small hands so that you can see just how big they are. I do love that little shelf with the little spade and the fork. But I just thought those were cute. But once again, you know, these are clear. So you could, if you wanted to, just put a little splash of watercolour down and just pop one on top. Love those. Yes, indeed I do. And I thank you so much for joining me. I do hope you have an absolutely fabulous day, a wonderful 4th of July, and hopefully I should be up next week, and I'm going to try and make something. I might be all over the place, but I'm going to try. Once again, thanks so much for joining me. Have a fabulous day. Bye.